Hello and welcome everybody to another riveting episode with Dr. Panda. Today we're going to be doing a Legacy draft. It's on, or Legacy Cube draft. It's on Magic Online right now. Lots of sweet cards and sweet interactions. Really liking the cube so far. Much better than the last iteration of the cube. This one seems to be a little bit more fair, a little bit more balanced among different strategies, and so just a little more interactive and fun overall. So here, first pack, a few cards stand out. Liliana of the Veil, really good, 3-mana Planeswalker, just a really all-around solid card. Really like that one. Mentor is pretty good. Nicole Bolhas is solid, probably not first pick, but you never know. Pestromite, if you want to pick up the Kiki Jiki or Splinter Twin combo in here, and Chromatic Lantern is just all-around solid card. Keeps us open, helps fix for a lot of things. I just really like it. So here we have the best sword in the cube. Just really good. Sword of Body and Mind just completely wrecks face. To follow up that Pestromite is Zealous Conscripts. So we're probably going to pass on Zealous Conscripts, but somebody else might be. Well, could go Zealous Conscripts. It's probably between these two. Conscripts is really good as it is, but Sword of Body and Mind, mill a fourth of your opponent's deck, make a 2/2 blocker. Like, overall is just really good. Elspeth is really solid for the white deck, and even in general, just pretty good Planeswalker, Titan and stuff, but I think the sword definitely has the highest upside, so we'll probably go with that. Another sword, Sword of War and Peace. So pro red and pro white. This one is not as good. Just kind of a very aggressive sword. Pretty good, but not super great. Animate Dead, really solid for the Reanimator strategy. A couple of good white cards. Flame Tongue, Kavu, always pretty solid. Stroke of Genius. I think given these, I'm going to go Impulse. I think Impulse, again, like, kind of keeps us relatively open. Blue is also a really good color to be in. And then we could go any number of ways. There was nothing that stood out enough to me that said, take me, especially with what we have. The sword is really good in aggressive decks, but also kind of really good in any deck that can play it and hit people. So the Chromatic Lantern is very good in like a more controlling deck. Lightning Bolt, solid removal. Looter, really solid. Knight, few dual lands. Overall, this pack is not very strong. I think what I'm going to do is kind of cut off blue here. Signaling in Legacy Cube is not as straightforward because you can kind of do whatever. There are pretty clear archetypes. So, but overall, their color signaling still kind of happens, kind of matters. Okay, this one's an interesting pick. I actually really like Dragonlord Dramoka. It's just a really good finisher overall. If we were for more like a rampy kind of thing, this is kind of what you want. Even in general, this is pretty good. Mystic Stake is solid. Seachrome Coast is solid. Dissipate is okay. 3-mana counters though. There's a bunch of them. We could probably get another one. One that we probably won't get, though, is Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness does a lot of things. It also works with our Looter and holds a sword very well. Blue-green also tends to be really good at like having dorks that carry swords and then having kind of other strategies. Blue-green good stuff. So here there's Probe, which is just a cantrip. Rager, you can go Sultai. Carries a sword, cantrips. It's not amazing though. It's not amazing. Talrand. Careful Consideration. This one draws his cards. And overall it seems pretty good. I think it's between that and Probe. I think I'm going to take it with a caveat that maybe it wasn't, maybe it's not the best in the world. So we have Duskwatch Recruiter, who so far I don't think it's the type of card we want. It's really good in like a green, red, green, white, kind of more aggro strategy. Kind of get you stuff in the late game. Blade Splicer is okay. There's Bob, Dark Confidant, who's really good. A couple of dual lands. I think it's one of the dual lands. I think I'm going to take Savannah. It's more likely. I mean, we could go Bant, but actual dual lands are really good. So here, Vendilion Click or Fertile Ground, but Vendilion Click holds the sword really well, plays more control. Fertile Ground ramps us, but right now I don't know what much we're ramping to. We're just kind of doing some cool things. Koth, really good for mono red. I think I forgot to mention these. This is our original pack. Forgot to mention these in the start. Like if you're going to go mono red, it's a consideration. I'm not as huge a fan. It's very linear. It's a fun strategy, but it is what it is. But Goblin Rabblemaster and Koth, you can't really go wrong with. Here I'm going to take a more controlling card. Hinterland Harbor. So that Conscripts came back. The Pestermite didn't, but this Conscripts did. So I'm thinking somebody took the Pestermite and is kind of hoping in the long run to get it. So here's Stroke of Genius. If we're going like blue kind of control, Stroke of Genius is pretty good. Better than Careful Consideration. And Wake Thresher. Wake Thresher is pretty solid. I'm going to go Wake Thresher. This guy just beats face. He just beats face hard. I think normally I would take the Stroke of Genius, but we'll give this guy a try. Who knows? We might be surprised. Probably don't want Nev's Disc. Yeah, I'll take the Windburst Kites, just in case. We could go Flicker Wisp. We could go... We'll take Seachrome Coast. There's the Probe. I guess we'll throw it in there. So now we have a decent white splash. Not too much to worry about. Alright. Some interesting ones here. Elish Norn. Great finisher. Sphinx's Rev. Good draw. Good live draw. Another mono red card. Thundermaw Hellkite. Pretty solid in the 5-drop slot. I like Cyclonic Rift quite a bit. Glorious Anthem for the pumps. Oath of Nissa is pretty good. I don't think I'll take it right here. I have no Planeswalkers and not a critical mass of creatures. Legacy's Allure is also pretty good, but probably not going to first pick it. I think overall, signs point to Elish Norn. This card is just gross. This card is just straight nasty. So now we have Cryptic Command, which seems pretty good. We also have Flooded Strand, which seems pretty good. Right now it only gets us a Savannah, but it can hit us our green or our white. What are the chances this wheels? I feel like every time I think it's going to wheel, because it's 3 blue, it never wheels. Flooded Strand is pretty good in our deck. This one's tough. This one's real tough. I think mana fixing's more important. As much as I hate to say it, as much as it pains me, as it just pains me. There's Kiora. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good at doing things. Planeswalkers. Hard to hate on Planeswalkers. I think this time around, though, I think last time I took mana fixing. Well, I guess it's the same situation. Essentially what I'm trying to say is I'm probably going to take Sakura Tribuilder. I don't know if we're full on green. Maybe it's better to take Dissolve. No. I kind of want ramp. I kind of want to ramp into this Elish Norn right now. Just kind of my goal in life. That's what it's seeming to be. Sylvan Caryatid. Vraska is pretty good. That would put us in 4 colors, though. It's a bit of a stretch. So I'm going to take Caryatid. One of the best green ones. So Sneak Attack is sweet. I've yet to actually draft Sneak Attack deck, but I had to play against one, and it was awful, and I hate it. Den Protector, pretty much the same as Eternal Witness, so I'm not looking at that as much. Rampant Growth is not great. Raphalos is one of the best ramp creatures. And so it's between that or Disallow. I'm going to take Raphalos, though. Raphalos is a hard guy to miss. Hard guy to miss. So I could take Wooded Foothills. That also gets us Savannah. Or I could take Hornet Queen as kind of on the upper end. So to go along with the Raphalos. That was okay. Garrick's okay. Like, Planeswalkers are really good in general. I'm going to take more fixing. Ooh. So, Master of Waves is really solid. I really like it. Spell Queller is really good. Also a consideration. Acidic Slime definitely comes in handy. Good thing to kind of ramp into. I'm going to take Cultivate, though. We've got a few things we're trying to do. Although, I do like the idea of the Spell Queller as well. But I think I'm going to take Cultivate. I think Cultivate is just better. So we have Icefall Regent and Yosai, the Morning Star. Icefall Regent is okay. He's probably Yosai, though. Well, I guess the double white may be difficult. And maybe Elish Norn is good enough. Yeah. I'll take an Icefall Regent for now. Not happy about it, though. Not happy. So here's between Sphinx's Rev and Reclamation Sage. Sage can hit a lot of important things. Sphinx's Rev is just really good. Really good to ramp into as well. Yeah. I'm down for it. I'm down. Pernicious Steed, really good at doing stuff. Explore. Explore is not not as good as it sounds in terms of ramp. I'm going to take Yavimaya Elder. This card is kind of hard to pass up in that situation. It's not too bad. It's not like an amazing card, but definitely has a lot of value. And I think that's what we're going to be doing, is just outvaluing our opponents. I guess it's more ramp. These are just probably ramping. Maze of Ith. Oh, last pick Spell Queller. All right. We did it, folks. We did it. We currently have 3 Savannahs and some other stuff. We're probably not going to play Windburst Kites. It's a good card, but I don't know if it does enough. Let's see. So you have Control Magic, which is good. Solid card. It just gets beat by some strategies, but it beats a lot of strategies. Thrun, actually pretty good. This card's really annoying. It's really, really good in some matchups, and it can be super annoying in others. I think it's between the two. Thrun Maywheel. Greaves. Trigon Predator is also not too bad. There's some enchantments and different things that enchantments and artifacts that you may want to blow up in this cube. I'm going to take Control Magic, though, because it is about the control. So we could have a Force Savannah. We could also have JVP. There's another Looter, and is also pretty good. Could also just have actual factual counterspell. Chandra's really good. There's also Nissa. Nissa Vital Force. I've seen this go late, and it is good. It is a good card. I'm going to take actual factual counterspell. I like this card a lot. Here's another sword. Light and Shadow. Gets us our creatures back. Bitter Blossom. Wrath of God destroys things. Wickerbow Elder is kind of a Rex Sage kind of dude. Tooth and Nail. I don't think we're ramping to Tooth and Nail, though. Like, maybe we are. I think we're playing more of a mid-rangey kind of game. Spell Queller. I don't know how good our mana is going to be. Seems like it might be pretty good. I don't know. Pact is really solid as well. This one's a tough one. I'm just going to take Stirring Wildwood. I didn't really notice that until just then, and I'm on board. Definitely on board. Baneslayer is solid. Geist carries a sword really well. Richwing. We don't really have removal, so I'm going to take the swords, because I think we need at least, like, we have some controlling elements. We have like pseudo removal, but I think I want an actual removal spell. Wolfear could be good as well. Same with Primal Command. I'm gonna take the removal. I'm gonna hedge our bets. Could take Beast Within on the same vein. Now I think our white is good enough that we're just banned. So I'm gonna take Dragon Lord Ojutai. This card's just good. Just straight good. Well, here's an improvement on Careful Consideration. Here's some more permission. Here's a good ramp spell. Here's a good thing to ramp into. Let's take Deep Analysis, though. I think it's just way better than Careful Consideration. Sunny Tea. This card's just good. Boom. Ooh. Man, this pack is stacked. Future Sight's okay. Trastodon is a really good one to ramp into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ramp sources. I guess that's actually pretty good. How much card draw? We have Impulse, Deep Analysis. I do really like Terracodon, but who doesn't like drawing more cards? Who doesn't like drawing more cards? Force Spike is okay. I'm going to take Trigon for the sideboard. I'm going to take Parallax Wave for the sideboard. Reflector Mage. Could make it in the deck. And Wolf here or Geist. I think without the sword, Geist isn't great. Okay, so picked up some cards, picked up some things to do. We did not get Flooded Shrine gets all 3 colors. Gets Savannah and an island. Wooded Foothills only gets Savannah or a forest. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Where are we at? Did not see the blue-green duels, which is kind of disappointing. Definitely want to keep these 2 because without them we don't have much of a top end. I think these 2 are more quote-unquote unfair than the others. I guess we have Chromatic Lantern for ramp as well. I think we can kind of side Icefall Regent. It's only okay. It's not amazing. I think we want the card draw. Do we want Spell Queller? Probably. I guess we don't need the Elder. We have Cultivate. Don't really need Wake Thrasher. It's okay, but I don't think it worked out quite as well. Don't need Probe. Oh, maybe we do. I think we run 16 lands. I think 16 is good, considering how much ramp we have. Problem with Nature's Lore is we only get, well, I guess we get Savannah potentially. Otherwise we just get a forest. So let's sort this by color. Not too bad. So definitely those. Definitely all of these. So green sources we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Blue sources we have 1, 2, 3, 3. White sources. White sources we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So let's see. What's the basic clan count? So we had 5, 3, and 5. So this is 8, 7, 8. But more forest gets us more of the others. Our white isn't really until late. So 9, 8, and 6. I kind of like that. Kind of like that a lot. We have blue and green early, probably. White is okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to run that. I'm going to run that. All right. Well, this is our... this This is a deck. Don't know how great it's going to go, but it does look really fun. Do we need this looter? We have stuff to do. Maybe we don't want looter. What we put instead? Probe. Yeah, let's actually just do that. Okay. This, like, probe just gives us so much info, so we know. Gives us info, kind of cycles us through. We don't really need the looter as much because we have impulse analysis. Well, I guess, and revelation. Looter does go decently with analysis. No, I'll just stick with probe. I think the information is pretty valuable here, given what we're trying to do, which is dirtle and eventually win somehow. So we'll see how this goes. I think it'll be fun to play, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it's any good. All right, catch you guys in the first game.